Brandenburg episode. We got some work to do here today, including finishing up the castle here at long last, and then doing some interior stuff. But I think the first thing we should probably do here today is just a little bit of resource gathering. I know we do so much of that in this. We're gonna eventually texture these walls. I do promise everybody that. And then obviously we're gonna eventually have to connect it up to a seaport type of area. But in the meantime, we have to go back to the fortress because this is a hardcore world. And I do wish that my crops would grow quicker. But we're working on stuff. I'm going to be completely honest. I actually completely forgot where we last left off. First, I'm going to go to bed, obviously. Oh. But yeah, I got my jams on in the background here, right? Combined with this good music and the good Minecraft sesh that we're going to do here today. I don't know how much we're going to get done. We have our group of villagers, which we will eventually disperse out into the village as we kind of begin to build structure. I'm not sure if I'm going to turn this into a stable or maybe I'm going to turn like a village house. I'd have to gate this area off first. But for a later time, unfortunately, the furniture catalog keeps spawning in for some odd reason. I don't know why. So excuse those all being in my inventory. The other thing I'm going to do today, actually, is probably get food. Because that's something I don't have. And it's a very important mechanism for survival Minecraft. Which, yeah. It's in these types of moments where you wish you had a partner, eh? So we're gonna chop down a couple of trees, then solve that problem. Try to avoid these mobs. Oy. I am thinking about trying to bring animals inside the castle keep, though. I will say I'm considering that, and that's what we might make the first building in the castle keep. We want it to be self sufficient. Um, that's a good thing to lead with. To say we want it to be self sufficient. Here's our cooked chicken. We're gonna eat that up. But yeah, I got some good jams on in the background, as I said before, so I'm probably just gonna kind of like chillax and play with you guys on stream. Obviously, I probably won't look at my chat too much since I don't get a whole lot of viewers. I do apologize if I miss a chat. Um, but thank you if you are tuning in. It's most appreciated. It really is, and hopefully we get to have some fun here. But yeah, today you got the music nerd gaming general. He's jamming while y'all are on stream. So, since I think today is going to be just one of those light days, and we are gonna try to make that castle keep look just a tad better. I love the creepers getting stuck under my keep as well. It's hilarious. The keep is a bit low in my opinion, so I may actually try to lower that ground a little bit. We don't know yet. Or I should say I don't know yet. Oh yeah. But obviously I had to smooth out some terrain here I think in the last episode I did do a little bit of that, and I didn't want to get rid of too much of the pods. Will obviously mess up the terrain, but I'm gonna do it here just so we can build like a legitimate gate. And have that feature integrated into our keep area. Right? I don't foresee buildings being in the center. Maybe a structure of a sorts, but I don't see anything major is what I'm going to hint at. Right, I may actually include structure over here. Oh. Excuse me. Oi. And, the whole thing is it's going to be integrated into the castle, which I'm going to love. So this terrain is going to eventually get kind of leveled. I say kind of. But, we're going to develop a couple of these structures, very similar to the one you see over there. And just kind of running with it as a base. Obviously, we can't really run with it up upon these walls because we need space for the walls to operate, so. But we could drag this across and connect that into the castle keep area. That's wonderful. We get so many options for this. We can turn it into a stable. We could turn it into just about anything, I should say. We're going to use the dirt that we do currently have to tower up here and get a good look at how we're going to finish this off. And I do agree with using stone to do it. I think it's a great resource for it. Practical? Not really. I'll admit to that, but I think I like it just for the time being, just because it's a resource that we have quite a bit of, and this tower isn't serving too much of a purpose. It's just kind of here for a little bit of decoration, maybe some fortification and defense. And I have to be mindful of my health. But yeah. Start using up some of that cobblestone that we got going for us. And like I said, as the project goes on, we may begin to say like, oh, let's yeah, I really need to get a pickaxe. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna quickly go fetch one of those. Bow down. Anyways, I'm also gonna try to eventually make the lighting a little bit more practical around here. Right now, I created the wrong tool. Excuse me for my lack of knowing how to Minecraft there for a second. I'm sitting here kind of like, oh darn. But we figured it out. We did figure it out. Right. It's kind of a rough roof there. Cross my fingers. Oh. Oh, that's so nerve-wracking. I hate that. Luckily, one tower structure is now, for lack of a better terms, complete. And we don't have to worry about it. And this is something I did want to get done today, so I am glad we got that done. And I'm sorry, this has been a very build centric series. I'm just a build guy, and I love doing it. If you know my Minecraft style, you know I love to build. Building is my specialty. It's where I'm at. Am I the greatest at it? No, I'm not gonna toot my horn here and say I'm like a master Minecrafter here out here building like some of the best YouTubers out there and stuff. But I'm proud of the work that I get, and also I'm proud of the progress that I made in my own journey here, trying to become a better Minecrafter myself. So, oh, the song I'm listening to is perfect for the sunset. We're gonna actually just stack this up, and then we're gonna go watch that sunset. I'm sorry. Where's the sun? Let's find it. We'll do it from the walls since the walls are safe. All right, we'll do it another one of the nights where we'll do like a full sunset watch. I think that's cool. I love that. Content, folks, right? There we go. So, we will do that. Oops. Sorry. Glared down for 1 second. I was like, oh, I got a bunch of books and a bunch of wood. I love it. That new tower looks okay. I don't like it, but considering the fact that I might go back and redo it with wood actually. Which is going to be annoying for me, but get a couple of stairs here, maybe like 24. Pull out a couple of slabs. I say 36 slabs and 24 stairs is good enough. Bow, 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 bow. Actually, what I might do is just kind of paint over it. Just to kind of give it a look. That the stone's just kind of fortifying it. So, we'll see how this looks. I'm just going to try to make it look like some areas are fortified. Anyone that does streaming, I recommend just having good tunes go on in the background while you conversate. And like for a game like this, I love soft tunes. I don't like, you know, like heavy metal jagged music, but I love soft tunes. might do this as well. Like I said before, it just kind of gives it a fortified look. We might also play around with like a slab here. Right? We'll see how it looks. I hate that. Not the roof. I think the roof actually looks a little bit better. Obviously, I don't think I'm gonna win with the stone, but I may go back and change it. But actually, I may use this structure that we the skeleton that we created for this. I think the skeleton's a unique structure to help us kind of map this roof out. And like I said, we have to find a more permanent food resource soon. I wish those crops would grow. Obviously, I'm not staying out here trying to hunt skeletons because I'm not great at PvP or player versus enemy type combat. So I try to avoid it as much as possible. But that was close. Oh, I had to be very careful there. Sorry, I had to go radio silent for a second. Had to fix up the good old headphones. But yeah, we'll go back to and we'll fix up that roof. I just got to kind of figure out how I want to tackle it. I think we have a nice skeleton structure to work with, though. I think wood would be a great choice. Excuse me. Wood would be a great choice. So I might work with this. We'll go back and quick tackle it. I do think we actually need to solve our food problem severely. And now with 11 seeds plus now a piece of wheat, I think I should go find some chickens. And hope that mobs are still not hanging out around my castle. Oh my lord, the baby zombie. Lovely. I'm actually like really on edge. Which I probably should have eaten before I left, but oh well. I don't really want to try. I don't want to venture out too far, like I said, because I haven't fortified and defended these areas, and I'm on low hunger. But I also think it's crucial that I find an animal. Once again, I specifically want to find like a chicken, two of them, because I'm I have the resources to reproduce them quickly. But beggars can't be choosers. Looks like we'll wait a little bit longer. We have one sheep though. And then back that up. And yep, we're good. Whew, that's one sheep. Bow, 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 bow. And I really we just really need to find food at this point. Anything. I don't want to really eat these potatoes because I want to grow them. I suppose I could bake them, cook them, whatever you want to. I could cook half of them, and then I gotta plant the other half. I actually forget if I planted potatoes. Get these bricks in here. Sun's going down, so we'll get these cooked up, and then we'll get that going. Ooh. But yeah, we're gonna try to run with this. Once again, I want to find at least one other sheep now. And then we're just going to start putting two and two together. So, there's a cow right there. Well, we can go see if there's any more animals that may or may not follow us. I really hope that we find one of a cow or a sheep. Long shot. Actually, I like these. I like this cow. It reminds me. I was fortunate enough that I was able to travel internationally, and I went to Scotland. It was, and I got to see a Highland cow, as they call them. Reminds me of a Highland cow. And I was just gonna check these backwoods for any. That's a chicken, yeah. I love how I find singular animals, but I don't find pairs. And I don't want to lose out on this cow, actually. Um. Ah, it's a fox. I had hope. I'm hoping I'm not in aggro distance. Nope, I'm not. Oops, did I lose you? So yeah, we're gonna put you in that. No escape, thank God. And then I think we're gonna turn that then into a pen. Then we're just gotta find. Once again, we just gotta find a match. Jesus, this is harder than trying to find pairs of animals for Noah's Ark. If anyone gets that reference, but in all honesty, this is actually harder than trying to find animals to go on Noah's Ark. Bow, 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 bow. We're gonna do our best here. And there's a wandering trader, and that's all we have. 2 chickens. This might be actually good for us. Did we lose the other guy? I have one of you. Darn it. I want 2. Where'd your buddy go? Well, I'm glad you're smarter than your buddy. And you can follow directions. Well, looks like we have to go back without your buddy. I'm sorry. And I lost the other chicken. I had so much hope there for a second. Just a second. Back on the hunt for like a cow or something. Which, in hindsight, I probably should have found this first, but I really wanted to finish up the keep. Well, this is what you get for making a choice. Weed out. So I can go out and find that cow or sheep that's going to save my colony. Keeps me on the hunt a little bit longer with this last potato. Thank God I had a couple spares. I don't know if there's, like I said before, I don't know if I plan anymore. Couple of sheep. Oh yeah, right. So, oh, we got 3 sheep following us, so we can do double breeding. I see. Make sure they all make it back to base safely. Which that means I gotta move the cow out. All 3 of you? Yep. We're gonna get you inside your pen now. Nope. You're coming right back, pal. Um. Oh wait. What am I? Who am I kidding? Just temporarily. Quickly close that off. Until we can get more of those and you a proper breeding mate. In the meantime, we're gonna replant these. And then get back inside your pen. Oh, thank God. Okay. We got the sheep all inside. And then I'll eventually set up a better system for that, but now at least we're guaranteed some food. We're going to take a quick intermission in the stream here. Okay, I'm so sorry to pause that live stream for a little bit. Had to deal with other things. So we kind of solved an important problem for ourselves. I'm happy that we were able to solve it because it was a big problem, and that was food. We now have a sustainable source of food, and we can actually grow our source of food. I want to get a dedicated farmland going. Um, with this being our current animal pen, since we are going to feed off sheep, I've made that executive decision. We're gonna have to build it a little bit. I just you get back in there. All right, well, that's fine. I will gladly eliminate this sheep. Come here. We are solving this situation right now. You get up here. Very good. Very good. Get down there. And all right. Well, with that problem essentially fixed, we can kind of begin to work a little bit on the pen here. We'll call it the pen. What I'm thinking is a little something like this. And I know it's even number, kind of weird, and then over here it's an odd number, but we're gonna make it work to the best of our ability here. Get a couple more stairs going. Actually gonna convert a part of it to doors, right? So get a couple more doors here. Maybe a set of trap doors as well, right? We're gonna first hit the hay, gar 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 gar, and do that, and then we will do our business tomorrow with in regards to all of that. Uh, to anyone that is a basketball fan that watches this, please, please, please send your support out to the Wizards. We are suffering this season amazingly. Is that a shocker? Not really. Do I like it? Absolutely not. Oh my god. Okay. Pull out the axe. Place the door. Nice try. Okay then. Quickly drag this down. I have enough to breed two of you. One, two. So yeah, I'll let them kind of just do their thing. And we'll just kind of close this part off. So in that way, we got that. And then that'll be... Oh, forgot about that. Sort of the pen area, right? Kind of have a look at it. I might do an upper level to the pen area as well. Just because I think that would be... Just because I think that would be kind of cool. I think the point of this is to be a self-sufficient keep. So this might actually get blended into the main... guess what you'll call it, the secondary house building, whatever. I don't know exactly what you call it, but yeah, we're gonna do that, and I think that's gonna be amazing for us. Let's go up and see here. Do I? Oh, I almost forgot. There was something I wanted to do here. Just that. I think that just looks really cool. And then, yeah. And we'll get some torches out in front of it, just so in that way we don't lose that light. That is also important. You can remove the one from the wall then, I think. But with the pen now in place, we can start to kind of consider, like, what do we do with the top here? I think a definite consideration and something that I'm thinking is we do a little something like this, kind of shorten the walls out a little bit here, maybe get rid of, as I enter the pen, where's the wheat? Saved by the bell. Trying to come out with me. You must think you're real smart. But no, yeah, there's gonna be a little bit here that we kind of have to just put in some torches there to help light up the area. That'll allow grass, I think, to hopefully regrow, and eventually we might get a more open concept for this. I actually might eventually change up the concept. We'll see. I don't know yet. Here's what I do know for sure we're going to do. I know for sure we're going to do this. And like I said before, it's going to kind of connect into this building. The back of the building is going to be relatively the same and kind of fix in with that. Right? And that jut's not really going to mean a whole lot in the beginning of this construction. I'm going to try to make it meet a little something right here. That's not what I wanted. We wanted that, and then that, and then a nice, makes for a nice solid like overhang just out on this side. Oops, forgot about that. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a little something like this, just kind of get the edges there. Paint the edges a little bit with that. And then tile this all off. Oops. I think the beauty is... Yeah, we're going to lose that torch, whatever. We can kind of top these two pillars off And then go get some more actual, like, wood. I see a red door and I want it painted black. There you go. And then I think I'm gonna love this concept in particular. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out for us. We will wait and kind of get to see here. I think what we're gonna do here first, though, is remove this and then remove this one. That's gonna force us to unfortunately get rid of that as well and place that down. And get rid of one of those. Once again, I think it's still going to feed the building, but there's going to be a couple of dependent things. Trying to remember. That's not what I want. Okay. So it is at the edge. On the outside, right? So I'll open up onto the inside. And it's just going to be something of the same thing here. Ow. I'm trying to think about how I should tackle this. I think we'll do it like this. Which unfortunately means it's time to pull out my dirt. Put away my... where's my dirt? Oh, there it is. Put away a door. Bring this wood back down. And we'll just... no need for that, actually. What we want to bring down here is these. That's what I was looking for. Silly me. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. That is a really old commercial. But yeah, so what this is going to then allow us to do is make that roof a little bit more practical. And we're just going to honestly bring it across. Oops. And it is going to... Ay. Alright, we're just going to... Oops, we're gonna just... Yeah, just change the angle of which we try to do it. And then we'll change that up as well. It's gonna look kind of wonky. But I think it can still work. Just gotta get around it. Just kind of build up a little bit. And then there you go. So I might have to go make a couple more stairs, but I think this is a wonderful start to it all. I hear my only cow. We're going to go find another one eventually. And like I said before, like this arrangement where the animals are kind of inside the keep is a temporary setup, just so in that way we can, for lack of a better term, just set them all up. I think they're going to be a big part of just making this keep operational. So that way I can operate independently and I can solve my food problem. We're going to have to solve this problem eventually, but a later date, because I think I'm on a roll with the current project. I think the food shortage is going to take precedence over the tower currently, as unfortunate as it is. Get rid of that dirt. And then honestly, what we can kind of do is just run it down. And we can honestly have this room just be kind of dark. Right? Like, it doesn't have to have the light aspect to it. I'm actually not overly concerned. There you go. So we will bring those stairs across, of course, once I go and make more of them. We're gonna see how that all works. In just a second, get a couple more of those. That gives us 13 stairs. Should be enough to finish that little project we got going on over there. I know the front's still gonna be open. I don't know. I don't want to use the same concept for it. I think it'll be dull and bland. Well, the first thing I want to do, actually, is that. Then get down. Remember that I am low on hearts. Oof. It is a very good thing that I have enough to make a slice of bread and I can go in and breed some sheep. I would have loved to nab the 2 chickens, but oh well. All right. What don't I need currently? The rotten flesh. And luckily, sheep don't consume rotten flesh. So we're just going to quickly go heat up a little bit of that meat. Thankfully, Minecraft doesn't have you on like a diet where you have to actually consume a whole bunch of variety foods. That is a blessing in itself in regards to this game and its aspects. But we are going to wait for that to cook up so we can restore, hopefully, a little bit of health. Oh, that's right, I got 4 of it, which is even better for me. And I'm going to... Here. Yeah, I know. I don't take you out as much, buddy. It's mainly because I'm afraid of losing you, my only dog. Here. Oh, I guess you're good. There you go. Get yourself a little bit of food. You're gonna need it. But yeah, I think once we this actually might just be an open style concept. One thing I will do here is quickly bridge myself up. And I'm gonna fix this. Because I kinda have to. Just so this looks smoother. And we are in business. Couple more, perhaps. Or no, I think I don't want to cheap it. I think I want to go full slot or full blocks here. Kind of leave that. Or produce a couple more. 1, 2. See if 8's enough. Yep, 8's plenty. And then we're gonna hang that down. Hang that down. Hang that in. Hang that one in. Nice little sort of balcony area. I don't know I'm gonna turn that into just yet, but it's kind of nice to have because it looks like a legitimate inside of their barn. We're gonna shape this up in the next episode, but I think that's gonna be all we're gonna do here for today, as we are over our hour limit here. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna wait for one more sunset, because I'm a sucker for those, and I have a good short idea for it. But you know, I think we're coming up on that time where it's almost over. So we're gonna go to our perch, where I'll call it the perch, right? But yeah, we'll go to our little perch where we're gonna watch this sunset. Sadly, currently a cow is inhabiting our area, and we're gonna wait for it to go down. I think it's starting now, so we can kind of see it in this direction, which will be amazing for us. Just gotta give it a sec. And you see, so to talk about the plans for next time, I think next time we're going to finish up that other building, rework the farm a little bit, get the towers up and running, and then we'll begin our outward expansion. That is what I am thinking. I'd love to hear what your ideas actually are for the next episode that we do, and certainly will be curious to see what you all want to do for it. But as we wait for this sunset to kind of go down, just think about that for the next episode, and we're going to just kind of let this peacefully go by without me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.